Here already.
Wow.
You are
Wow.
live. See, non-inky hand to start with. May end up somewhere else, some cupboard. In the meantime, we are the Mad Scientists. I am Mad Frankie. This is Violet Igor over there. And together we make up the Mad Scientists. Hello!
I don't know if I can get my hand up there. Oh, Fran, I can't figure this out.
There
Okay,
you go, you're there,
there,
you're
right
there. You're a
there,
bit
right
wonky, but
there,
you're there.
right there. Love
Yeah.
you. Love you, everybody.
Soup de doop.
Okay, let's say
Right.
hi. Hi, Liz. Hi, Colleen. I'm so glad you're here. I hope everyone's feeling
Hi, Liz.
okay. I'm sorry, I'm in a different place today, and my camera is setup is not the best. Hi, Anne.
Hello, everybody. Oh, that's nice to know. I'm glad your son's feeling better, Liz. Oh, crafting with Kristen. Hello, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Right. Well, today we are thinking about the future, sort of. I have here Mr. Fuzzy. I'm thinking to go around here with some plastic to shield him. Maybe put plastic on and cut out the mouth shape and spray his beard. Then I think I might build it up a bit more with some more bits.
Now,
Perhaps even
here's a thought. If you spray his beard, you're going to get it wet,
mm-hmm.
which is going to flatten it out.
Uh-huh. And I was also thinking of cutting in a paper shredder some different coloured papers, like maybe black. Maybe he wants a black beard. Maybe he wants a gold beard. Just an idea. Maybe I could get some paper and cover it with gold paint and then just shred it. Have to cover both sides though.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
doable.
Yeah.
You could get a nice thin sheet of it on with the gel plate, so that's a possibility.
You know what you could
Just a
do?
thought. Yeah.
You could take me
What?
off the screen.
Oh. Awkward cousin. Hello.
That's better.
Right.
That's much better.
There we are.
There we go. Now we
So you
can
can
see
see
it
he's
better.
come on quite nice. I mean, I've got the paper all over him, so he's nicely done now. Only a few little bits I'll just touch up with a paintbrush. But there you go. He's got a nice convenient little hill in the head, so that I can, if I wish to, stick him on a stick.
A dowel
Like
rod.
that. Yeah, and there we are. I've got Mr. Fuzzy on a stick. He wibbles a bit, so if I was going to use that as some means of dealing with him, to do stuff with him, I might have to put some things like some cotton wool or something in there to stop it from moving around. There's a possibility. So now I've got him over there. Can't quite see. I can't get this any further back, but there he is, Mr. Fuzzy. So in the meantime, let's have a look at what we've got down here. Now, down here, these are just holding Mr. Fuzzy up. I have got the pulls we didn't get round to last time. So we'll have a look at those and then we'll see what else we've got hiding over here. This is quite a nice one, which I think is going to come out really well. I hesitated about using the yellow, but it's looking good. If it comes off, it's great. We'll see. Let's have a look and see. This is the glassine paper we used. Not all of it's coming off. We'll see how much we lose. I might go over it with Oh dear, there's a lot left there. I think I'm going to have to go over it with gloss medium because I'm losing a lot of that and I don't like it. Yes, so I'll go over that with gloss medium. I won't pull the other half yet because it's probably the same thing. I don't know whether that's an effect of glassine or what, but it's worth trying because it's such a nice looking thing. So it's worth the bother. This one, let's have a look at this one. See if we've got a similar problem here. Again, it's the glassine. Oh. Oh, he's there that's torn. The rest of it's not so bad.
Hi,
Let's try the other side. Hi, Diane. Hi, Maxine. See, this one I used the this stuff, didn't I?
Yeah.
Red, violet, blue shift. Dragonfly glaze.
Hi, Darcy.
Right there. Yeah, I'm going to have to use the gloss medium on that and see what I can pull up. I'll do that after the stream. And if I can, I'll put it up and I'll post the result. Now this one. This is the one with, I think, no, this is the one underneath is Mappy. This is the one before the Mappy. There's Mappy underneath. Now, this one I've already put some gloss medium on to try and rescue the bits that weren't happy about coming up. So we'll see whether we've succeeded with that. I can't now remember which bits it was because I've slept since then. There's only one little bit left there. That's coming nicely so far. Oh, that's lovely. Well, that's salvaged that one. No more missing bits. I think there were some bits in various places missing, but you can see it's all there now. That is pretty good. The only bit that missed coming up was that little piece at the side just there. And who cares about that? No, I think that's lovely. So we've got that one. That's a salvation with the flipping tubes. Alien flipping tubes. Otherwise known as an alien plant, actually. Let's have a look at this one. This is the one that looks mappy, like an aerial map of archaeology.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Colleen says, nice print, Fran. Yep.
It worked out quite well, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Still some bits left over, but we'll see what the rest is like before we do anything.
It does look mappy, doesn't it? It looks mappy with a river.
Uh-huh, it could be, yeah.
Anne is baking apple cobbler and pumpkin bread. Mm.
Uh-huh. Nearly there. Let's see what we get now. Well, I think that's pretty darn good. I mean, there's, as I say, there are those little bits, but it's not detracting overall from what we've got. So I think that I would call that one a success. So that's 2 successes. That's amazing. How are we going to manage if we keep getting successes? I don't know. terrible thing to happen to anybody.
I have a question. Anyone else notice? I guess I need to back up and find out. Let's go live.
Huh?
Anyone else notice if the stream just went a bit wonky? Fran, I'm hoping that your internet is not.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Mariah. I
Yes,
saw.
I don't know.
I saw it on StreamYard. I don't know if it.
My internet connection was bad, but Ian went and played with the Kindle for a bit, and I thought he'd fixed it.
Yeah,
But,
I'm not
well-
sure it's the Kindle as much. Nope, it went wonky. I see it. Yeah, your connection today is really not stable, and I don't think it's your
Oh,
Kindle. I
Oh.
truly believe it's not your Kindle, it's your internet. So I wouldn't want Ian to.
Yeah, could be ice somewhere
Yeah,
making a muck up of things.
yep.
Well, there's not much I can do about that.
Nope.
But just keep going and hope.
Hi, Sherry.
If worse comes to worse, you can always download this stream and see if we can sort of either remove or add bits to the bits that are missing in case I said anything really necessary, which is unlikely, but there you go.
It just went a little fuzzy for a second. So far, so good.
Oh, going a bit fuzzy is not so bad. I mean, if it breaks and then I've said something really important. Yeah.
Mariah, I hope everybody in your house is doing okay and getting some rest. I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, I hope you get feeling better. Hope
Yeah.
so. Now, this is what we've got at the moment. I will find a piece of black. I think I need a piece of black or two. One. Is that another bit of black over there? Hang on. There's the back of that one. That's easier to show you what I've got here. I have got the owl stencil.
Oh, I love that
It's
one.
And this is the baby birds.
Mm.
This goes in there. And this one goes in there. These two are looking up at that. Here's the other one looking up there. And that is meant to be a very small.
Right, Mariah.
Wonderful.
Mariah says she is loving the owl face. Me too. She sent me some samples and of the design. It's like, oh, I'm loving where she was going with it. Owls are my spirit animals.
And that was a little worm, but it didn't look like a little worm, and I was a bit about it, so I turned it into a little snail.
And we can't see it very well, even with the black paper.
You will in a sec.
Yeah. Okay.
You will in a sec. You will in a sec.
Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. There's a whole scene right there. 3 little chickies jumping on a bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Went to the doctor. The doctor said, "That's what you get for jumping on the bed."
So we've got these two that are looking at the bee, wasp, fly, whatever it might be. And we've got this one that's going, oh, look, I wonder if that's edible. Might be, might not. Now, I've also got, still having a bit of work done to it, another owl that will be standing there going, who, who you, or twit to who. But that gives me the owl. This was a different owl.
Yeah.
That I was just creating, and
well,
there we
then
go.
I would say, you definitely have to, when you get the other owl ready, you definitely have to do a pull, just as you described it, laid out like that. Not necessarily the owl eyes there, but the other thing, because there's a story there, and I want to see it.
The other owl is a different owl, and he's facing this way. He's not facing that way. So he's not facing that way with his eyes. He's facing that way, and you only see the one eye as he's going, who.
It's profile. Hi, Patricia. I hope you're feeling better, or at least trying to
Yes,
get
and
there.
I hope you've been resting properly and making sure you actually are resting and not just doing something else.
Right, Colleen? Colleen says the big owl head alone with some background would be very impressive. I agree.
Yes, well, the big owl is meant to be on his own, but it just happened that I got that one ready in time for today.
Right.
That was, so we've got those.
Lovely. P read my mind. I want to go too. She's got apple cobbler and pumpkin bread. I want to go to Anne's house.
Yeah. So let's have a play with these and see what we can do, just for fun. I mean, I'm wondering, I think I might cut these out a weeny bit more so they're separate, so I can put them where I want to.
And I was going to say, Wisconsin is one of the biggest, if not the biggest state that contributes to cranberries, growing cranberries.
Oh.
And I love cranberries. I love making cranberry orange muffins.
Oh,
so good.
So I'm just snipping these ends off. There we go. So that one's nice. And this one. There we go. And then we've got these smaller ones.
Yeah, I agree, Colleen, and I'm really trying to limit my I'm a carbaholic.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's almost an shape anyway with the ears. That was accidental, but
nope. That's awesome.
That.
Good job. Baking. I knew what you meant. So now you're going to try to do it on purpose.
Yes, of course. Naturally.
There you go. Look at that. So anybody can get these stencils and then fill in their own body design. It could just be a head like that, and you could put that owl head over the chick head. So you got the chick body and the owl head. There you go.
Yeah. I did try to do smaller ones, but they looked so dubious that I didn't in the end. So we've got those to play with, so we can have a nice time with those. And I'll just get one of these plates up. I was going to do some smaller ones, but with those resting, waiting to be adjusted. Actually, let me just show you how to adjust it. Well, maybe you'll be able to pull it by the end of the stream. We don't know. So what I will do, I will take it back to about there. And that's iridescent, that one. That's not the right one. There we are, gloss medium. So I will put that on. Take that goobery thing off. Now I put it on all of it because that way
it's
I get something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if I've missed it, it all comes out the same value.
Yeah.
In the end, that's if I can find a smaller roller. I've got the bigger one. I just have to use the bigger one. Lay that down. So it's really this piece I want.
Hi, Debsy. Yeah, the goobery thing. Yep. We have our own language.
Goobery firkin.
Yeah, I even have that written down in my notes book. Silly girl.
What? Dewberry firkin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
see, there's a little bit there.
When you said it to me, I didn't believe that it was an actual word. I always think you're making up words just for me.
Well, I do that as well. That's the trouble. There we are, that's that one. And if we do the other one as well, there's always a chance that it might pull up by the end of the stream.
Yeah.
May have to do it again if I didn't do it quite right the first time, because it feels like there's some of the surface of the glassine coming up with that. So just have to remember to be careful.
Yeah. Hi, Trish. I hope you're feeling okay today. Every day has to be a good day if you can sit up.
So we'll try this one. Let's try this side as well to see what's happening. See how much we're missing here as
I
well.
know, Deb. She says they're real words, and when I look them up, they are real words. But I don't know. There's some that are questionable.
Really?
They're only real.
Well, my dad was a bit, you see, so he used to come up with weird words.
Well,
and say
yeah.
Sometimes they knew what everybody else knew about. Sometimes they wouldn't. So you never be too sure. So if he talked about saying things like, "Oh, we used to have one of those thingamajigs, and the wheel came off, and as it ran down the hill, and it smashed at the bottom." So you don't know whether that was a real thing or whether that was something he made up, the story, the words, whatever.
I know,
fellow, my dad.
Let's see.
See, that's as well. So we'll put a little bit on there to hold that down.
That's a good idea, Colleen. Colleen says if those little birds are sold with the owls, you'll be ready for Easter prints.
Yeah, I do everything at the wrong time of year.
Well, you always got to do Christmas in the summer so that everything's ready by Christmas. I mean, otherwise you wait until the last minute to purchase Christmas.
Yeah. I'm just putting a little bit underneath that one.
I see that. I always, I'm never bothered when they start putting Christmas stuff out in September. It's because, no, I'm not ready to celebrate Christmas, but I do want to purchase stuff for Christmas. And the sooner I can get it, the better.
Put it down.
Yeah, I'm with Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Well,
hi, Mariah. Did I say hi, Mariah? I can't remember. Let's go over this to make sure.
Our tradition over in this house is Christmas is whatever day I want it to be. Except for on Christmas and Thanksgiving, he wants to eat that big meal. He waits all year for those, especially Thanksgiving. I'm like, you can have garlic mashed potatoes any time of year.
Garlic mashed potatoes. Mm. Now, I don't know if this is going to come up.
That's the glassine again, right?
Yeah. It might not work. It might work. It might not work. This side's fine. Only one little bit, but that side didn't seem to want to go down. So it may not work the first time. We'll find out. We'll find out. In the meantime, let's get these to one side and this out of the way. And we'll get the big plate up. There we go. Now, I've probably moved the camera around lots.
Diane, I think once you've lived through 65 plus Christmases, they kind of lose their flavor.
Yeah, especially as you get so you can't take all the hoo-ha. You'd rather be peaceful.
Yeah.
And quiet.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourself. Not do the things that are supposed to be done. Oh, it's not too bad. It didn't go off. There we are. Right. Let's have a look at some nice colours. Now, I was sorting out my colours yesterday. Simply because they all fell on the floor and I needed to move things so that you could get to the fire and build me a lovely warm fire. So I've got them all down here in pots. So I've got pots and pots and pots. Got a pot of reds, pots of blues, pots of Well, I've got these. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mariah, you were missed. I missed you. But knowing that you all were taking a break and catching up with yourselves, yeah, it was worth missing you. I'll miss you. I'll get over it.
Let's have some of that. Just because I want to. I mean, no particular reason.
Okay. What do we got here?
This is bronze. Amsterdam bronze.
Yep, kind of figured that. Yep.
Amsterdam bronze.
If I can figure out how to get my silhouette to print and cut the stickers that I designed.
There must be some function to print and cut. There must be.
Well, there is. I've already done it. I've already printed out 2 sheets and cut them beautifully. No problem. It was easy peasy. But this 3rd sheet is I want to do an offset.
Oh.
So I wanted to cut a little bit outside the border of the design so that I have a little bit of white edge.
Okay.
And it keeps giving me 2 cut lines and it's driving me nuts.
That one, I don't like that edge.
You know what? I don't have a Cricut, Mariah. I have the Silhouette, and it actually turned out to be so easy. I spent 2 days being anxious about it, and finally I told my husband, I says, I need to just do it. It's 1 sheet of paper. If I ruin it, I learn. 1 sheet of paper. Just do it. And I did it, and it came out beautiful. But now I'm trying to do some stickers that I've created. I used Photoshop and used the shapes tool and the brush tool with shapes. So I created some shapes and then I filled them.
Now this one is the Yasutomo, sorry. But I'm using it because it was right in front of me.
Yeah. Hi, Jetta. It's so nice to see you here. Mariah says she will do the outline on those owl faces. I don't know how else if there's another way you could do that. You'd have to do the outline.
Well, I'll do it. I was doing the outline on the dolphins and I didn't finish. So I'm in the process of doing that. And you ought to be resting and recovering.
Yeah.
I can manage. Just fine.
Oh, she gave you a thumbs up, so she heard your mom. Ha ha ha.
Good. Wow.
Maxine, I'm using a Silhouette Cameo 4, and it is great for stickers, but I'm stumped on the cut line. I keep getting 2 cut lines.
I don't think that's going to lift. I think I've waited too long. Sort of thing I would do. We are nice fresh ones as well.
I was wondering about the little cutouts in the chickies too. Yeah. Right. Everybody has a Cricut except me. Me and Fran, we have Silhouettes.
Yeah. Well, maybe sometime end of next year I'll be able to think about that. Oh, well, it's working just fine.
Is it? Even the little chickies?
Yeah. Certainly seem to be.
I did, Mariah. I did, and I think I'm missing a step when it comes to the trace. What do you think?
I think it's working really rather good.
I'm glad you stuck with one color, and that way we can really see the definition.
Oh, I left this a bit long. This is the Yasutomi. It's not. It's the Langui paper. It's not the Yasutomi. So I'll try with the Yasutomi in a minute.
So can I see that better?
So just
a treasure. That's a treasure.
No, it's a piece of paper.
Oh, I see.
There's another one there. Look.
Yeah, I see. So
there's one there.
Did the chickies show up really well?
They showed up, but I think they show up better if I use some high flow.
Okay.
Because the high flow doesn't dry quite so fast as something like the Amsterdam. Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of these little bits here that I don't want to interfere. Anymore. Oh, there's a bit there, isn't there? Don't want that to interfere with the next pull. I'm going to leave them down and do another pull, you see. See, that's paint. That's all right. That's paper. That little bit there off. Right, I think it's not too bad. It could do with something in the middle here.
Moons?
Yeah, maybe, or planets.
Well, yeah, you have planets. You have the owls, so they're nighttime.
Yep. Moons.
Moons, planets.
I've got a big moon there. It's a bit too big, though.
Up above.
That's a good size.
There you go. Because there's another one up above right up there that might be a good size.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was, yes, that's what I was looking for. Lovely. Yep. There we go. And I've got to have Pluto. I'm sorry, but I've got to have Pluto. I like Pluto. Right, what colours we go this time? It's nighttime, so.
See, I'm going with burnt umber and orange.
Well, that's not a bad idea, actually. Burnt umber. I haven't got a burnt umber in those.
And the sienna.
I haven't got any of those in that. Oh, wait a minute. What have I got? I might have a. I've got a burnt sienna in that.
Well, the sienna is a bit darker. What do you think?
It's also a bit brighter than the other one. What's this? Transparent brown iron oxide. That might be nice.
That might be nice.
I got burnt sienna in that one, which is better, which is what I was hoping for, not with that one. What else was I looking for? Permanent violet dark I wanted. So I might use a little bit of permanent violet dark. Let's just get that out of the way. Try a bit of the transparent brown iron oxide. And I think, just to be silly, Nicolazo yellow.
I like that no knead bread recipe where you just throw everything in a covered bowl or something, lightly covered bowl, and throw it in the fridge and let it do its job slowly. And then you just pull out what you need. It lasts for like 2 weeks. So
and a
artisan
little
bread.
touch of this.
It's really good, but I haven't had it in years. You better get that. Yeah.
This is probably going to go to mud. Here, look out for mud.
Okay. We got some colors. Your internet is choppy again. In fact, on my screen, you're frozen.
Is there something you can use like I use the Kindle? Only you can plug it into the Ethernet, because this Kindle has got no orifice to plug the Ethernet into it, so you can't do it wired. I just wondered if anybody knew. Maybe the word I'm looking for is laptop. Right, Yasuto me. Just get this piece out. Got some nice selling going on there. Could almost put some tomatoes in the sky, couldn't you? Lovely tomatoes floating in the sky. It's not too bad. It's not wonderful, but it's not terrible either. I quite like that. Getting some bronze off here from that on the back of the on the back of the previous pull. So I've got a little bit of bronze here, a little bit of bronze there, a little bit up there. I like that. Do some more so we can get a slightly clearer chickie. Chickie, chickie, chickie. What do I do with the yellow? I had yellow. It was that one. And a yellow moon, why not? Little bit burnt sienna. Little bit of transparent brown iron oxide. I'm using the same colours, but we don't know whether it's going to be. I'm still on, aren't I? Yes, I am. You come back again? Did you disappear? I thought you'd gone quiet. That's not too bad at all. Look at that. Oh, lovely. There we go again. Getting a bit more colour, getting faster. she's gone again. I just hope it's not me. Can you see me? Am I still here, Mariah? Colleen? Anne? Diane? Hello, Diane. Here we go. See, she's still there. Hello. There you go.
I'm here. I don't know what's going on. I keep getting knocked out.
Oh. Well, I keep adding you back again.
Did you hear me?
Yes. Ooh. Ooh. I'm liking that. Look at that. That's come up really nice, that. Is it chickies? I think I might try the chickies with a lighter yellow. Yeah, try with a lighter yellow. And I'm going to pull a few of these sheets out already so I don't have to waste time.
Fran, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well you're buffering and cutting in and out on me, and I don't know what's going on. I'm hardlined. I'm not Wi-Fi, so
yeah, it'll be my end then. Yeah.
So just so you know, I keep going out and I have to come back in, and you have to let me back in.
Yeah.
But everybody else says they're okay. They're fine with you. It's just at my end.
Oh. Oh, well. Oh, great for me, not so good for you.
Yep. Mariah wants to know, what kind of owl is that?
It's an owl with two eyes. I did take it off something, so I don't know. I will look and find out. I don't think it's a horned owl. I think it's a tawny or something like that. It's not a snowy owl, but it's maybe a barn owl. I'll have to check and see what it is.
That's where I was going. It's a Fran owl.
It's definitely a Fran owl. But it started off as a particular type of owl.
Hi, Miriam.
Right, sheet of paper all ready. Let's go. Turn it the right way around. I hate it when it sticks to you.
Right, Deb? She picks colors. I don't know where it's amazing what comes out of her brain.
Yeah, that's not a great image. I'll try that again without missing the paper. I moved the paper a bit.
Yes, you did. I saw that. Well,
yes, I did. It's trying to get it down in a hurry. That's the problem.
Yeah. But they're showing up nicely. I mean, everyone could see how nice they are.
Yeah, this paper is good. The Yasutomi is good paper. It seems to dry quite quick.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stick as much as the other paper does. The one I was just using, that Langui. So I'm liking this color, the combinations. Of this permanent violet dark with the yellow.
If you get over to Makers, Paula went down a rabbit hole looking up the rice paper and the Langui and that. She posted a little bit of info about it.
Oh, good, good.
Yep, get over there and read it. Jetta wants to know, does that paper have two sides?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yes.
You can feel it with your fingers.
Yeah.
So I'm using the smoother side down.
Look at those colors. My goodness.
Colours you're never supposed to use together, isn't it? Sorry, I've moved you. We'll just try and get this on in one go. There we go. There we are. It's because the bar of the stand is somewhat in my way down there. This is going to be a nice one, I think.
Hi, Miss Teresa. It's so nice to see you here.
A, warming up the plate. B, getting into the right rhythm yourself. C, getting paint on the surface of the stencils so that you've got something that's going to print on the paper as well as the gel plate printing. And did I say get the gel plate warmed up? Yeah, well, whatever. Well, that means warmed up or just nicely obeying you.
Well, yeah, we talked about where sometimes you have to do 2 or 3 prints before you get the gel plate like warmed up enough to. Yeah.
Yeah. See, look at that. I'm getting nice faces on the birds now as well. Look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yep.
Lovely little birdies. And the little snail going, oh, there's a bird. The owl is more like a sort of totem in the sky, isn't it?
Isn't he? I was just thinking that. You read my mind.
Yeah. This one looks more like a proper owl with his head chopped off.
What movie am I thinking of with an owl? Oh, is it Wind in the Willow?
The Owl Service?
No, you know what? There is a movie. There's I think 1 or 2 movies from books about these owls.
Yeah. The Owl Service, yes.
Is that what it was? Because I couldn't get the name.
I think it's by Alan Garner, that one, the book.
Okay.
Or you could be talking about Winnie the Pooh with Wall. It is sort of looking a bit like Wall, that one. Let's try a different combination of colours. Now I got that the way I want it. Let's see what else we could do. Now I'm liking the Nicolazo yellow. And I think I'd like, let's get some of these on the floor so I can reach the paints again. They do kind of take up room. There we are. Now, I would like to use that one, I think. No, that's the wrong one. That one, yes. And, no, not that one.
It's the Legend of the Guardians.
Oh, that one. Oh, right. Okay. Different. Not what I was thinking of. I was thinking of a much older book.
Well, this is 2010. The movie, The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that
Alan Garner's more my childhood than my kids' childhood.
Well, I didn't know about this one until just a few years ago. So
yeah, I didn't.
What does that say about me?
Well, I think it was a newer one.
Of the Hooters?
There's so many children's books. So many books about different things for kids that you don't always know.
Yeah.
These days, there's a lot of young adult books out there. Lots of them, much more than they used to be when I was a kid. That's why we all know the same books, because we only had those. Right.
Oh, and I love fantasy and sci-fi fantasy and stuff like that. Yeah. I didn't even know the the Narnia, anything about the Narnia till the movie came out. Isn't that pitiful?
Really? Gosh,
Well,
that was a staple in my childhood.
No, I was reading Frank Herbert and Isaac Asimov. I didn't. Yeah, I had no.
I read them as well. But I had The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe when I was young, and I was always drawing, colouring in the pictures in the book.
Well, they came out with a TV series, His Dark Material.
All right. And that was much later.
Yeah, that was just. I didn't even know that was out, or I started reading it, and then I started watching the series.
Philip Pullman, yes.
So I'm regressing. I'm reading now in my late adulthood. I'm reading young adult. We just finished the Wednesday series. Oh my God. I loved it. Good acting.
Right, let's have some green ducks.
It's not. So Jetta wants to know, does the gel plate do better at a warmer room temperature? I think it does, but it's also a matter of getting it.
Well, I mean, it's really cold winter here. We had such a cold day yesterday that I could not sleep all night. It was so cold.
Right.
But it doesn't seem to have affected the gel plate at all. But then this room is the one that had the log fire in it the night before. So it was a lot warmer than the rest of the house. But again, I've done gel plating in the summer and I don't notice that it's particularly better then. So I don't know. I think it's just a question. It's maybe not warmed up, but gingered up, you know? It's like you've just got it more in tune with you. Maybe it's just because of your pushing, you're getting it to be a bit more gibby. I don't know. I really don't. But it doesn't feel like it's just temperature.
I think Patricia could probably answer that a little more I wanted to say testically, not testically. Technically.
Oh dear.
Sorry about that. Wasn't it great, Mariah? I loved Wednesday. We just finished it last night. And I'm not going to tell anybody anything other than the acting was really good. I love old movies, so new movies annoy me if the acting is not so good.
I like this.
I like that one.
Look at the lovely selling down there. Isn't that marvelous? You couldn't have got it better if you'd tried. If you'd been able to do it completely deliberately, you couldn't have got it looking better. It's fabulous there. And these little ducks' faces are turning out lovely. I'm really liking those. I love the big eyes on the owls. It's working beautifully. All this is the Yasutomi. Now, the amount of time I had that sheet down and was pushing and prodding at it, if it had been the Langui, it would have torn like the first couple did.
Yeah.
That is what I think.
It's I'm trying to curb my household habits, and it's the way we talk in this house to each other. We just smart ass comments back and forth, him and I, all day. We have nothing else to do. Wait till he retires. Oh, what fun.
Oh, you're gonna so enjoy yourself.
Well, I'll tell you, this is his last. He's off today. He's downstairs on the phone with his boss, walking his boss through a service call. But this is his last full week of work. And then he's semi-retired. He will go back to work for them from a home position, an at-will position in January. So I will have 2 weeks or however long from Friday night until January 2nd or 3rd, whenever the first work day is. It's just going to be me and him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And neither one of us will be working. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. Check on me now and then, will you? Make make sure they haven't hauled me off.
Hey, you're still alive?
Yeah,
Still
well,
alive.
they may be coming to take me away. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho.
Maybe. Goodo.
No, and he does, but he doesn't really do his hobbies much. His hobby is annoying me, picking on me, giving me a hard time.
Oh, he's going to have so many opportunities.
He loves photography, and Fran, I was going to tell you, he went ahead and ordered the camera.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah. Only because it's got a 3 or 4 month back order.
Ah, right.
So he loves photography. He's always been, he's not a workaholic, but he's always made work his first priority of taking care of his family, i.e. me, him, and the kids. So with his job, there's not a lot of brain cells left for hobby. I don't know how Ian does it.
Well, he doesn't. He just, like Russ, he does the work bit. He doesn't really have time for anything else.
Exactly.
Of course, he knows that if he doesn't go back to work on a part-time basis, Ian I'm talking about, he's going to find himself with lots of jobs. I got a list. Actually, I've got about 6 lists.
I don't have a honey-do list. It wouldn't matter because he'll see it himself if something needs doing. And he'll figure out, either he'll fix it or call someone. So I don't do honey-do lists. Either I do it myself or I'm like, well, so yeah, no big deal.
Usually I tried. That's a good one, isn't it? I like that. I like the different colors around the eyes. Yes, that's worked out really nicely, isn't it? Really good. Let's do some more planets. Let's have a look and see what the bottom of this is like. Ooh. Let's take these off.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, the colours are lovely.
At that. Seasoned so well.
Now, if I can't get a good pull off this, I'll scream.
I don't want him to do that, Anne. He can do the dishwasher. I'll let him get away with that because I seldom remember to use that thing. And maybe the vacuuming, but probably not. And I'll tell you why, because I'm better at it.
Yeah, I was going to say, he don't do it right.
He don't do it right. No, you don't do it right. And let me put it this way. The kitchen is my domain, and he knows that, but he makes the best, in my opinion, homemade barbecue sauce. But we have a small kitchen. It's very small. It's just 3 steps from the sink to the refrigerator.
I'm going to love that when it comes out.
Lucky if it's a 4x4 space. And somehow he manages to get barbecue sauce on the ceiling, on the floor, and anywhere in between. I don't know how he does it. So
reminds me of. That makes me think of Nero Wolfe. And on one of those programs, they had a mobster come in, and the mobster's minder. And the mobster was talking to Wolfe. And while he was doing that, the minder was in the kitchen and took over the kitchen from Felix. And he got sauce everywhere.
I'm like, how does he do this?
And the others came in, particularly.
Okay, Jetta, I'm so glad to have you here.
And Archie says, "My God, why did you let him do this?" He said, "Oh, well." And then he said, "I'll just taste that." Ooh, good. And Felix says, "I know. It's awful, isn't it? He's so good at the sauce, and look at the mess.
Right, and that's why, you know what, the mess is worth it for his sauce, and he only does it like it's probably like twice a year because he makes a big batch and it goes in the freezer and we take out what we need. So maybe twice a year. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's a good cook. He was a bachelor for 9 years until I came along. So he knows how to cook for himself, what he wants to cook. But I do it because I don't want to. I'm afraid I'll go behind him to clean up and I'll miss something and it'll grow. and that would just annoy me. I'm picky that way. So I love those colors. They remind me of 80s Barbie and Ken mod look. Oh, here we go, the planets.
I love the planets. I'm going to do more planets, so I haven't got just 2 planets.
Oh, hi, Evie. I missed you coming in. So nice to see you. Look at that. Most of it is dissipated. Where'd it go?
It disappeared.
Right, Miriam? It's all new cabinets. Yeah, it's like just, I do not know why they don't make kitchens with drains in the floor like they do in mortuaries. I could just
maybe because there aren't any bodies in the kitchen.
just give me the hose and let me hose it down, and then it's clean. It's like, so yeah, it's going to be fun for a few weeks. And he did work from home before we moved back here. He's worked from home the majority of our marriage. Well, more than half of our marriage that we've been together. He worked from home and I worked from home. But how he did it is he would get a call and he would have to go out to wherever he went. So every day he was at home until he got a call to go wherever he had to go. And sometimes he'd be gone for a week on a job. And not only that, but I'm in a back room working where I can hear nothing but what I'm working on. And he's in the other part of the house. So we were, apart. This is going to be different because we're going to be in your face.
Yes. Now this one's probably just going to pick up nothing much.
Yeah, put a drain in the floor, hose it down, Just let's see. Evie says she tried her pouring paint on the jelly plate. She used her own mixture.
Yes.
Oh, I'm interested.
Did it work? Did you record it? Can we see?
No, I don't think Evie recorded, but she can give us bullet points, right?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Wasn't going to get much off the top, which is why I used that spare bit of Langui.
Yeah.
To get that. So,
okay.
Well,
she said it was like using high flow, and that's what I was thinking. I think the pouring paint has a flow improver medium in it.
Yeah.
And that's why
you have to put so much in. I mean, I got some of that high flow medium, and you have to put so much of that in with ordinary paint to get it anything like this consistency that you may as well not bother.
And she's saying the pouring paint worked like high flows, and that's what I'm saying is the pouring paint, if it specifies pouring paint, pre-made pouring paint, I believe it has a lot of flow medium in it, and that's why it works like that.
Mm-hmm.
Floetrol water and PVA. I did the same thing, Evie. No PVA. I didn't use PVA. I used Floetrol and water. And what made the difference was the Floetrol.
I haven't got any of that. Have not got it. The thing is, I'd like to do lots of selling on the plate, but I don't want to do lots of wasted paint dripping off the edges
Right.
on a nice carpet.
That's
what
why
might possibly be a nice carpet.
Yeah, that's why I ended up not. It kicked in my. I need to play with paint.
And the huge waste. I didn't like the idea of the huge amount of waste.
Well, you saw the big sheets of treasures that I have, right?
Yeah.
That's the waste.
Just a rather lot. I know.
That's the waste. I saved the stuff that dripped off, and it's.
Yeah, mine would probably turn out to be grey.
I just didn't get a lot of joy out of. I mean, it was fun to pour paint over stuff, but it just in the long term, how I've got like 6 or 7 canvases hanging in my house of paint pours. It's like, that's enough.
Wow. So can we think about what else I can do in a stream?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I do enjoy making stencils, using stencils, showing how they work, seeing if I can do anything with them that I hadn't thought of doing before. But what else can I do? I miss doing other crafts, you see. I mean, I used to do quite a bit of journal making, especially the covers. So I can still do that, and journal papers, and using papers on Mr. Fuzzy here.
Yeah.
But what else would make a good stream?
Fran is looking for, if you read the description box, she's looking for suggestions of what to do on the stream. What is there something you'd like to see her do, create, make, paint?
I don't guarantee to go with anybody's ideas, but you never know. I might.
So
sometimes
if anybody has ideas, I've got my pen and pencil, or my pen and paper, and I will take notes. Here we go. And Colleen would enjoy seeing more about texture buildup and application of patinas. That's a good one.
Texture buildup. What do you mean by texture buildup? Do you mean on the gel plate, or do you mean texture buildup on a book cover or that kind of surface, or a canvas? What does that mean? Now, I'm sure I had one. There's one stencil that looks a bit. Well, I think it's either a neutron star, a pulsar, or a quasar, or a supermassive black hole. But they're all originally black holes, so I can't figure out which it might be, but I can't find the flipping stencil anywhere. You can always use things like that as a stencil. So any ideas, anybody?
Okay. So Colleen says texture buildup and application of patina, and she's talking about on book covers, not assemblage.
All right, good.
So I wrote that down.
Lovely.
And Anne said similar journal covers would be fun.
Yeah, I love doing journal covers, so that would be nice.
And now I'm not quite sure what Miriam means, but she's like, what are the options? Because I want to see neurosurgery. Do you know?
No, I don't think that's an option. I haven't got any volunteers.
All right, here's now Colleen. Colleen this is good. She said she was playing around with an Amazon plastic mailer the other day, and she used the heat gun to get it to crinkle. And now she's wondering about application of paint and building the patina.
Yep. I like doing that.
Yeah. So going back to one of your books, you know, the books that you've been highlighting, that you've been flipping through.
Yeah.
My suggestion, exactly. Anne said it before I could get it out of my mouth. Words are hard. How about projects? How about projects from those books that we are tempted by?
Yes.
So I
must go to a doll's house shop. I liked that idea with using the little knives and fork, not knives and fork, spade and fork. But obviously, dolls' houses, they'll have other things small like that, looking dainty. And that would be a lovely place to go to find some interesting things.
What book? What book, Mariah? Mariah wants to see more of that book. What book? I'm the chat's moving on me here. Diane has your dog trained to help with housework. Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine isn't. It's more like a cause than a help.
What book? Because Fran is does very well with making journal covers, book covers. She doesn't always put get around to put. She's like the person who quilts. She makes a lot of quilt tops, but she never gets around to quilting it.
Yeah.
I do.
I do lots of book covers. I don't so often do things that go on the inside.
Right. I've done the same.
But sometimes I do. Sometimes I do.
Yeah. Book covers. I like that idea. Journal covers, book covers. That's a good one. And pick from the book.
Yep. Okay. Well, I've got a few books I can pick from. You're giving me an idea. I can feel something, but tickling away at a brain cell.
Right, Mariah. She wandered away from that one. Mariah wants to see more of the Swatch book.
Oh, right. Yes. Good-o. Yes. That would be good. Yes, because I'd before I had to move out of the drawing room. I had made the similar. You know, I was making the cover, the sections out of Amazon packaging card.
Right.
And it was getting a bit thick. You know, the thing was getting a bit tall. So I made some of the same design, but out of paper. So I've got thinner paper ones to use, which would make for a better book in the end, you know, not so big, fat, tall thing. I think that would be a good idea.
Well, everything, when you start out making something, we learn as we go and make adjustments. So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Like that. That's just two colours there. I mean, there's a little remnant of bronze copper showing through here and there, but it's mostly permanent violet dark and iridescent silver fine. Both high glow. Lovely. Super. Might do some shooting stars, you know, that would be nice. Some shooting stars stencils. Wonder if I could do that. So have you made lists for me?
Well, I have. Colleen, Anne, and Mariah. I'm trying to comprehend what Miriam means. What about to do a signature each to a cover a Fran theme, to like a collective book?
I'm not great on that sort of thing. I feel the pressure of getting things done and sent off way too much. Plus, to send things from the UK to the USA is just through the roof. It's it's silly. So that's not great. But we could do something together you know, one person have an idea for something, we go with that idea for the first bit. We don't need to send it to people. We can just do it together.
Well, I
You
know
wanted?
at least Anne, and I don't know who else purchased any one of those books that you flipped through. So
Oh, you don't need to have purchased the book. You can just look at my copy.
well, what I was going to
Yeah,
say
take a
was,
screenshot.
if you chose from a book, that's where you could do it together. You know what I'm saying? You could do something together. I'd love to see, right?
But if you can't afford some of these books can be quite expensive, and you can't always get it at a lower price from World of Books or whatever. Sometimes they just don't have it. So then you'd be sitting there with not being able to join in. So I think the thing to do would be to make sure you've got the thing really still, focused well on the page you're going to do. Yeah. And then anybody that wants to join in, just take a screenshot of that page so they've got a copy, you know, of just that bit. I don't think there'd be any problem with that, would there? Or are we getting into copyright problems?
Yeah, too late. I'm trying
I haven't shown anybody.
I'm trying in my mind, trying to think the technical way to do this is like, because we have two screens, mine and yours. And if I could show the book page on one screen and you could show you working on the other, there you go.
Yeah, could do. Especially if it's a book we both got.
Right.
Might
digital.
Work quite well.
There's digital. Right. But yeah, I'd like to see other interpretations of something from those books. Like, I know how you would do it. Look at your hands.
Probably quite mechanical. Lots of rust. But there are other ways of doing a similar thing. I mean, fairy dust. Some people really go for the fairy dust.
Right. And Colleen's right. If they knew in advance what technique you're going to be doing, then they could have those supplies around.
Exactly. Good
idea.
Absolutely.
I think Miriam's got a good idea, the collective, but virtually, not and digitally.
Yes,
not.
That's what I was thinking. To do it collectively, digitally, without having to rely on stupid postal things. Yeah, much better idea.
Cheryl Kahn, would that be Cheryl Kahn, Colleen, that you were thinking of?
She's good.
Yeah,
I like her. I like the colors she chooses. Oh, I like that. That's nice.
I like that.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It's got some silver.
Yeah.
And then it's got the greens.
Yep.
Nice. And I put a bit of gold down at one point. I don't know what happened to the gold. Seems to have... Oh, no, it is there. I can see it shining in places. Yes. When I tilt
and spots here and there.
So let's take these off. It's not really built up very much, but there's a bit.
Oh, Deb C made a point that even you have said yourself to me. She says, sometimes the books can have fuzzy instructions. I am often left wondering what they did between step 4 and step 5.
Yeah, if you mean fuzzy, as in they missed about 6 steps.
Yeah. So
assuming that you know what that means.
Yeah. So she said, so we could help each other through that.
Exactly. Yes, that would be a help. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I think for the new year, between now and the new year, you could get some ideas together some supply lists. I think this is nice.
Idea. Now we've got to make a decision on this one. What are we going to pull this with?
See, I'm back to the sienna and orange.
Yeah, just repeat the colors and pull that. Yeah, maybe.
Really gradient. Orange.
I have quinacridone Nicolazo Gold.
Okay.
Could do that.
My husband does that sometimes, and he'll be explaining something to me, thinking that I already know what he knows, and I don't. And I'm always telling him that I need a backstory or I need more info.
Yeah. Because it's like Ian. I say to Ian, I don't have a window into your head. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have to give me more info. You have to set me up with more info before you go off.
He does that more and more these days, you know. He's suddenly talking about something else, not the thing he was talking about a moment ago. And I'm going, what? That's got nothing to do with this. What do you want
about? Sounds like he's starting to talk like me.
Yeah. I think this is going to work nicely.
Oh, Anne and Deb. Okay, what we're down to is, here's an idea. We're doing this like just a once a month thing. Each month, someone picks a technique or a medium in a book they have and shares it, and then we all try it.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea to me.
Right, Miriam?
Hi, and Dana. You're allowed to twist it to suit yourself.
Well, interpretation, right?
Yeah, interpretation, exactly. Got to be allowed to do that. Otherwise, you feel too constrained.
I mean, you don't want to mimic. You want to put your own vision into it.
Now, this is a big test because I've not left the Yasutomi rice paper on for a long time.
Okay.
So let's try it and see what happens. I've left it on for 20 minutes, but I've not left it on for longer. So we'll see what happens with this. It's looking good so far. And this was the maker paper recommended by Elizabeth Saint-Hilaire. And she did not say that she did not leave it overnight. And I think she did, in a sort of side comment, say something that sounded like she had left it overnight, but she didn't specifically say that. I don't remember her specifically saying that. She might have done. Memory like a sieve. So we'll try it and we'll see what happens with that. Now the other one I've only just undone, taken off and put down. So that is not going to be, I can still see some pools of paint here and there. So that's not dry enough to do this with.
Well, Diane Bell says that she's left it on overnight and it was fine.
Using the Yasutomo paper?
Just to clarify, Diane, right. was it that Y paper, that thing, what she said?
This. The rice paper, Yasutomo rice paper. Hello?
So hold on and she'll answer you. And this is what happens when I crochet. Somebody sends me a picture of say a hat, for example, that they want, a winter hat that they want me to crochet for them. I can look at the picture and I can make it, or find stitches or whatever close enough, and they're happy with it. If they want it exact, then they need to go purchase from the person who posted the picture. That is my advice, because that person worked hard on it. That's gorgeous.
Woohoo! It worked. I wasn't sure that one was going to work, but it did. Oh, I'm so happy. That was a really nice one, that one.
Yes, and Diane,
Lovely.
in answer to your question, Diane says yes to the Y paper as well as the other rice papers.
Oh, I've tried the other rice papers and I haven't had so much success.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Yasutomo, I'm hopeful of. So that's that one came out nicely. Came out nice again.
Oh, I like this one already. I love the colors.
Well, it's really a patch in the middle that wasn't working. So I think that's a, yep, that's a good one. There's no patch left down there anymore. I'm happy with that. That's lovely. Super.
Your camera, adjust your camera. 1, 2. Diane says her other rice paper was from an art store, so maybe it was stronger.
Could be, yes.
3.
Thick blick, it probably was.
Yeah, you're too close, maybe.
Okay.
And Colleen says that one before, you should frame it. I like it. Oh, you were behind in the stream? Well, too late. Oh, I like that one.
Those two came out rather nice.
It's
I like them.
It's steampunky, it's grungy, it's
yeah.
I mean, I know it's the alien thingies, but it looks like gears and yeah.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Right. It's okay, Colleen.
See,
trying to keep
this magnetic poles of Uranus, that looks a bit steampunky as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a
wheel, churning wheel. Well, that's pretty much what it is. It just happens to be made of magnetism.
The one on the left frame, right? That's the one I'm thinking should be framed.
Yeah. This one.
That's the one that should be framed. Yeah.
I quite like it.
It looks like bicycle chain and gears and
yeah. It was just playing, but there we go. Yeah.
You know, I did a while back. And my memory is not so great, but a while back I was looking at the different types of art. There's abstract and something else that it's abstract, but it's not abstract. And I can't remember the terminology for it, but that's what this.
If you remember what that was, I would like to know.
Yeah, wish I could remember the term. Because there were 3 descriptions: something abstract, and then something that was kind of abstract but not abstract. It's not non-objectional. Maybe that was it.
Maybe. Right, let's get this out of the way up there and put this one down over there.
No, non-figurative. None of, you know what? There's a black hole where the word should be, so I'm not sure, ladies, but I like those words. You're going to write down?
Well, I'll get back to you on it because you'll have more of it there.
Not really. I just put who, like Colleen, Ann, and Mariah. Did anybody else give a suggestion that texture buildup on books and application of patina? That's from Colleen. Journal covers and pick ideas from a book. That's from Ann. And Mariah would like to see more of the swatch book. Oh, now that could be Diane. Hi, Susan. Welcome, welcome. Diane says she was wondering if she has better luck pulling the next day because she doesn't use as much paint as you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm inclined to use too much paint. I do know this. I do try not to, but
Oh,
the thing is, when I put something like a high flow down and then I brayer it on, I've just used the one color and I brayer it on, it disappears so much that I think, oh no, and I want to put more on. So I'm inclined to put more than I think I'm going to need because I know I'm brayering some of it off, and it's ending up over here. So I don't know. It's a half a dozen of one and 6 of another, and yes.
Okay, I have a suggestion from Diane Bell, which I like. When you're ready. Yeah, there's a.
Okay.
All right, she says multi-layer gel prints. There's a black hole where that word was, Colleen. It's just there's nothing. It's a blank. But Darcy seems to describe it. And landscapes from Diane Bell.
Landscapes? What you mean using individual stencils together to create a landscape?
A scene on a
an
gel
image,
plate?
a picture. A scene, yeah, a scene.
That's probably what she means. That's where my brain went. So if that's not what she means, do yours too. Wasn't Patricia doing something like that the other day? It was. Oh, thinking is hard. Yeah, more deliberate gel prints doing landscapes and cityscapes.
Cityscapes. Oh, that could be good.
Oh yeah, you
Let
do
me write
have
that word down.
Yeah, you do have the Tower of London in that, right?
Yeah. I haven't actually gone to it and connected bits that need to be connected to make it easier to use. It's rather flibby flubby still. But I should do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack, you can do I could certainly think about doing different cityscapes. And I don't know whether anybody else would be too bothered, but I did do some stencils using images from Ghost in the Shell that appealed to me. That was Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence.
I'm seeing.
I didn't. But it gave me an idea.
Landscapes or cityscapes with giant alien plants or giant chickies.
Yeah. With the spaceship there and the city, the alien city in the background, all that kind of thing. Yeah, that's a good idea. I used to do that in 3D, so I've got lots of source stuff to look at. Yeah, as soon as I can get back in that room properly, I'll have a look at that. But I think meanwhile we want to do things that don't require me to spend a long time in that room.
And Deb C says
difficult.
Deb C says urban grunge on an ombre cityscape. Now,
I need another bit of paper.
And using the backward window painting technique to do deliberate gel prints. Oh.
Let me write this down. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Using the backward. What was it again? Using the backward
window painting technique. And layering stencils. And Deb C says urban grunge on an ombre.
Wait a minute. Let's get this one first. Is that two different things there? Using the backwards window
Oh.
painting technique and layering stencils is a different one. I thought it was the same thing.
Using the backward window painting technique to do deliberate gel prints.
Ah. Okay, and layering stencils are different. Layering.
Yeah.
Do you mean like using the outer section that I had a moment ago when I first started this stream, where you've got the outline of the ducks and then using the inside stencil of the ducks separately, but on that area to build up the image? You mean that kind of build up, layering of stencils, or do you mean something else?
Okay, my thought is that you use stencils to do a pull, set that paper aside to dry, come back when it's dry, and put something down on the gel plate with stencils, and then use that same paper. That's layering. That's my idea of layering.
So you're putting another image on that stencil you've got. So you wouldn't be using the whole of the plate. You'd just be using the bit with the stencil on. So you'd have to make sure you just put a small area of paint on that, or using something like.
Yes. There you go. Just paint the stencil and lay the stencil. Yes. Okay. You've talked about that before, and you never did it. You've never really got into it.
Well, I have to, but that was quite a long time ago. Yeah, I did it with the trilobites a long time ago.
Oh, you guys are just throwing ideas out there.
Okay, what?
Let's see. Colleen's going texture, created with things other than paste. I'll leave that to you. That would come on, that would be off the gel plate. That would go on the print after the fact. Because you can't put
yeah, I think there's so many ideas here. I think I need to start a thread over in Makers.
Yeah.
And we put things in there because I'm going to be writing here for about another hour.
You guys are wonderful. These are wonderful ideas. The one with stencils, I mean, the one with layers and layers and textures, you can't do stencil butter on the gel plate. So that would be,
but you can do it.
Yes. So there's that. Hi, Carrie. Welcome.
Hi, Susan.
I got lost.
Yeah, hi, Carrie. Hi, Paul. Hi, Patricia. Patricia's there. Look, Patricia. Hi, Debsy.
Where's Patricia? I lost.
Hi, Diane.
Printing on fabric. I think we did that, and you need a fabric medium to make it or watered. You know what? You either get a fabric made medium or water down the paint to make it like.
Or you put gesso on the fabric and print onto that. Because I've tried printing on fabric before, and it can go wishy-washy and sort of just spread into the fibers, so you don't get a crisp image.
Well, what I didn't like is that when it dried hard and cracked.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. So I that's really why I like doing things on a canvas, because it doesn't matter, because you're not wearing it, so you're not crinkling it and twisting the fiber. It's static and still, and it preserves it. That's why I like that. But yeah,
these are wonderful. These are wonderful ideas. But I'm with Fran. Wow, you guys have.
There are so many ideas. I didn't.
Wonderful ideas.
Fabulous.
Hi, Paula.
Yes, you can, Colleen. You can get a texture to create crackling. Yes, I've got loads of them. Yeah, loads and loads.
The textile medium solves all
fabric
those
spray
problems.
texture along with paint.
Yeah.
Mm. Yep. Oh,
A
curious.
teddy bear.
Hiya.
Teddy bear keeps falling.
That's Miriam.
Miriam.
Hi,
Yep.
Miriam. Hi,
That's Miriam.
hi, Trish. I see people. We're getting to the end. We've got all these brilliant ideas, and there's so many that I can't write them all down. So
guys-
what we're going to do, I'm going to open a new thread on Makers, and we'll put some ideas in there.
So yeah, come in there and drop some more ideas. And truthfully,
or the same ones. Explain it a bit more. Yes.
Yeah,
say
Fran
what you mean.
Fran will get a long enough list that anybody in there could come in there and snitch the ideas for themselves too.
Exactly. Yeah. Certainly good. And it doesn't matter because people always come up with different things. I mean, have you seen some of the swaps the collabs that come up from one idea?
Well, and that's what I said, interpretation.
It's just amazing. It's wonderful.
We have a great group in there.
I'm running down. My throat wants a nice drinky.
Yeah, and my husband hasn't picked on me in almost an hour, so I need to go downstairs.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I need to go and find my husband before he thinks it's time he's got to go to bed and I don't see him for another day.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for being here, for supporting us, and for the thumbs up. We love you. We always love you. And I'm sorry I'm not doing well on camera today.
Oh, that's because I didn't press that button. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's me today. I'm just cuddly and loving you.
Oh, did you see that comment by Kerry?
I do. I'm going over there. I'm going. Oh, Carrie, you're terrific. I'm going to PM Artist Studio. I gotta go shopping. I've been delaying because I had other things I had to do, but I'm going shopping because I need me some Carrie in the house. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Well, we will
everyone.
say goodbye for now. We will say bye for now. And we will see you next time. It won't be this week because Violet has other things.
Yes, I am off the rest of the week. In fact, Sharon posted that she will be streaming on the 17th, and I think she's forgotten that I will not be available. So I won't be in Sharon's stream this Saturday. I'll have to remind her. But I'm taking the rest of the week off. I have too many things going on. So I thank you, everyone. Wish I could name you all just like that, but I can't.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Bye. We both love you so much. Bye.
We do love you very, very, very much. Bye-bye.